exactly what Troward says. Thomas Troward says we are here to particularize the universal. God alone is pure potential. We alone are limitation, but with God, anything is possible. We open to this presence and power. So here's how it works. We go to the owner and we get the energy. We formulate our plans and specifications. And what do? We give them to the contractor. Who is the contractor? It's the law of mind. The law of mind never says no. The contractor doesn't say, no, I won't do it. The contractor says, I'll do anything you give me. So whatever you are thinking in your mind, whatever your plans and specifications are, that's what goes to the contractor. So we have to be clear about what it is we want. What's our intention? What do we want to build? And then when we get that, the contractor builds it according to the plans and specifications. The law works inexorably. And then what happens? The manifestation occurs. What's the manifestation in us? It's the body of our life. It's our affairs. So look at your affairs. Look at your life. Look at what's going on in your life. You're an objective observer. What do you see? Is everything running smoothly? Is everything going absolutely perfectly? We always say there are 4 areas: health, wealth, creative self-expression, and right relationships. Those are the 4 areas. Look at those areas. Everything going great in those areas? If there's one area that something isn't going great, just take a look at it and say, all right, if it's not going great, what does that mean? It means that either we have disconnected from our spiritual source, or we're sticking in stupid plans and specifications and giving them to the contractor. We got to change our plans and specifications and get to the truth of who we are. So that's our challenge. So isn't it great, in one sense of the word, isn't it great that if we're not in la-la land, that we can look at our lives and we can say, there's something wrong. I have to tell you, I had back surgery a year and a half ago. And I'm a metaphysician, and I believe in absolute spiritual mind treatment. And it bothers me sometimes, so I'm trying to figure out, okay, where's the plan and specification that went wrong, And my first inclination was, well, the surgeon must have been wrong. But it isn't the surgeon. It's me. There's something going on. But here's what I know. I don't have to know exactly what it is. All I have to know is that I have to open more to Spirit. I have to have more faith. I have to open to that presence and power in a greater and greater way. I have to see that. I have to look at my life and I have to say, is there anything where I haven't forgiven someone? Is there anything that I'm blocking? Someone said the other day, I love this, is that if you fail to forgive someone, it's like drinking poison and thinking the other person's going to die. and it just made so much sense. So that is there anything, I look at that in my own life, is there anything? Do I have any issues with my mother, for example? Are they still going along? So another person said one time, if you don't clear the issues with your mother or your father, they'll come back from the grave in a surrogate. Somebody else will come back and they'll present the same issues to you. So what are those? Are there things that are unresolved in our life that we need to work on? Because the truth is that we are shiny, beautiful, wonderful spiritual beings. That's who we are. And if we can continue to remember that no matter what is going on with our life, no matter what is happening with our life, we can flow with the beauty and the flow of life. Ernest Holmes felt this whole teaching was about coming into the conscious realization that we're spiritual beings and living from that realization. And especially during the later part of his life, he wanted to get to that place where he was courting his spiritual presence all the time, that he felt that it was with him all the time. He did leave us with an idea of how we could do that. In 1959, Ernest was at the Whittier Church of Religious Science. It was a dedication. This was less than 1 year before he passed this plane. He was most of all contemplating this idea of living consciously with Spirit all the time. So I do believe that you have to be open to this presence. You have to be like the prodigal son who comes to himself. You have to be willing to say, yes, God, I'm open, I'm ready. You can't just be caught up in the material world. You have to take that one step towards the divine for it to take that step towards you. And Ernest took that step. And as he was speaking that night, it was actually recorded. And so they have both a recording of his voice and they have a transcription. And it was towards the end of his talk where he was talking about how people come together to create a beautiful center, but it's the consciousness of the people that does the work. And then he paused. And he said, "Oh God, I see it. The veil is thin between." He paused again. He said, "Oh, we do mingle with the hosts of heaven. I see it, and I shall speak no more." And then he almost lost his balance and went and sat down. Now, just those words in and of itself